The evening session underway at the Marshall Arena in Milton Keynes. A reminder, it's 4-all after 8 frames between Judd Trump and Stephen Maguire, and the first to 9 will book a place in the Tour Championship final, where they'll face either Mark Allen or Mark Selby on Friday. And taking us through the first 4 frames of this one are your match commentators Ken Doherty and David Hendon.
Yes, a huge session of snooker coming up to discover the identity of our first finalist. Judd Trump led 4-2 and looked to have the number of Stephen Maguire late on in the session, but Maguire, of course, finished. Once they changed the balls for the last frame, he finished with the 1-3-2, his 7th century of this event. So 4-4, it could not be set up better for the evening ahead. First to 9 to play Mark Selby or Mark Allen in the final on Friday. Ken Doherty has dragged himself indoors from the sweltering temperatures. There's a little area allowed to go into outside, and Ken, you've been enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah, it's been lovely, isn't it? People will be asking me, where did you go on your holidays? Milton Keynes I've been for the last week, getting a nice bit of sun outside. It's only a small area. Now, can Steve Maguire pick up where he left off? Finished with a flurry. Wonderful century break. He'd be much happier of the two, I suspect, during the interval. Got back his rhythm. Of course, they changed the balls as well. Judd Trump wasn't very happy. Both players weren't, so hopefully we see some more free-flowing snooker.
Well, Trump's pot success after the first 8 frames is down at 83%, and this is a big ranking event semi-final. If that doesn't go up, I don't think he's going to win. I think he's got to improve on that score. He was struggling with his game at times. He seemed to get it together in spells, but not consistently. Highest break 97 in frame 4. Remember, in the background, there's this Coral Cup bonus of £100,000. If Trump wins the match, he's guaranteed it. Maguire needs to win the tournament, and he will trouser it.
Well, nice opening. Would have preferred to miss the blue. Good pot. But he's on the pink. It's not too bad for a left-hander. I'd love to get on the red. Just to the left of the black, if he could. Rob Spencer just checking to see if the pink spot is available. If not, it will go on the blue. Or maybe there might be just enough room.
Seven.
Yeah, he didn't screw it enough. He didn't stun it enough. He's not on that red. He has to take a more difficult one. He's going to turn that one down as well, so just a safety shot. So
Judd Trump 7.
Disappointment for Judd Trump there.
Yeah, we've seen some heavy scoring in this tournament, but Judd Trump still just 1 century. I say just 1 century, of course, came into the event comfortably the season's leading centurion with 97 to his name. Did have a chance earlier, as I say, that 97 could have been a century, just broke down.
Yeah, I don't think he's really got going in this time. I know he beat John Higgins in the first match, but that was pretty scrappy. I don't think he's really played to anywhere near his potential yet, Judd Trump.
Well, he's looking to advance to his 27th ranking final, Judd Trump. He's won his last 9, so if he were to get through, he'd be favourite, but it's whether he can get over the line tonight and what sort of performance he can put in to get himself there. Not lost a ranking final since the 2017 Shanghai Masters.
Yeah, incredible record, isn't it? Well, the last couple of seasons for him has just been Amazing. Gone from strength to strength.
Maguire, on the other hand, looking to reach his 13th ranking final of his career. He's only been in 2 since he won his last ranking title. That was 7 years ago at the Welsh Open. So, of course, he was in the UK final this season. But other than that, it's been a rather frustrating few years. But of course, he was, if you like, the lucky loser in terms of getting into this event. Sting Junhui couldn't play. Now then, possibly a bit of stalemate here.
Touching ball.
Made a difference that it was touching.
Just having a look at this 4-ball plant into this bottom right-hand corner pocket. Be extremely risky to take on. Oh, that was a nice shot, wasn't it? Beautifully played. As he left this red to the right centre pocket. Looks as if he has, the way Steve Maguire is shaping up. So that was a bit careless from Judd Trump with a big target there to hit.
One.
So chance. Take the blue into the centre pocket and go into the reds. He's coming down having a look at the loose red. May take the yellow and just go down for one of the loose reds around the bottom of the pack.
Three.
Stopped in his tracks there. He thought cue ball was going to rest on the red and not beyond this red on the black spot, but he's okay.
Four.
Yeah, the red, the loose red that's to the right of the bunch of reds, that's available. You may be able to just drop the pink in. I think the pink will go. Maybe on the black spot. I'm not quite sure whether the pink spot is still available. It was earlier, but he hasn't hit that hard enough. So that's end of break. Yeah, pink spot not available this time, so it goes on the black spot, but didn't push the cue ball through far enough for that red.
Stephen Maguire.
Yeah, there's been a bit of that today from both players, just losing position. It's not always about missing pots, it's about not even getting on a ball to pot it. And he's had to just settle for safety. Judd Trump will remember last year's Tour Championship semi-finals, not too fondly. It's a great match with Ronnie O'Sullivan. He lost 10-9 on the black. O'Sullivan made a good clearance to pip him in the decider. Just a fantastic match in Llandudno. Of course, a few weeks later, Trump went on to win the world title.
Nice little nudge off the green there. As he left him on this red. Well, you may be able to see some of it. He can't pot it, but he could play possibly just off the red. Cue ball off the right hand side cushion, leave the cue ball somewhere close to this top cushion. You have to swerve it slightly. Oh, a surprising choice of shot there.
What a difference, though, that little nudge that Trump got off the green just to cover the potting angle.
One.
Yeah, good pot. Judd Trump special, that one. Nice full ball kiss on the blue. Holds the cue ball for yellow or brown here.
Three.
Nice screw into the four reds here around the pink, just a hole for the black. It doesn't have to. Could bring them into play if he wishes. Yeah, just slightly. Little nudge on them. Nicely on the black into the left centre. I don't think the black will spot on its own spot. It'll probably go on the pink, and that will help Judd Trump for the time being. A little bit congested around the black spot, so this is handy.
11. Twelve. $90.
You
20.
saw from that picture that one of those reds, the bottom red of the tree below the black, will pot into the same pocket there. You see it. And when he pots this, that will certainly open one of those reds into a potable position.
27. $28. Yeah.
Not the red he played for. Just hoping to
35.
have a red into the right corner pocket. Now is this red on? He's had a quick look at it. Oh, yes, it certainly goes, so it's not too bad. There's a gap between the two reds. Just below it, he can punch the cue ball off this top cushion and back out for the black.
Judd Trump 35.
Well, there again, it's that inconsistency that we've seen. He was just starting to look promising there in that visit, and then suddenly misses. And that's been the story, really, for most of the day for Trump.
What? Eight. No.
Yeah, I've screwed that cue ball a little bit and wanted to be a bit more straighter on this black into the left centre. Just wondering, will he try and bring the pink and the red into play here? He'll still be on the red on the black spot, but it's a possibility. And that's exactly what he tried. He was a bit unlucky.
$60.
May attempt the red to the right centre. Because if he misses it, probably won't leave anything easy for Judd Trump. So pink will be there waiting for him if it goes in. Good pot. Excellent pot.
70.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, clean as a whistle, wasn't it, into the middle pocket. Maguire sensing that Trump isn't quite right today. Did well to get to 4 each at the end of the first session. Oh, but now he's missed that. After the great red to the middle as well.
70.
So it's kind of how the match began this afternoon. It was a little bit like this in frame one, and of course they're coming back after a couple of hours off. Still a bit of tension in the air. Could be another one of those nights we had a decider last night, although of course that match with Sean Murphy and Mark Allen was full of breaks.
1. 8,
So 23 points ahead. Just had a quick look at the scores. Red and pink. Put him 30 points ahead, so he's going to need a red and a high value colour from one of those two difficult reds on the top cushion. Oh, wow. Well, I can't believe what I'm seeing at the moment, David. I mean, two players that you wouldn't expect. A lot of easy misses, some great pots, and some ridiculously easy misses from both players.
Gives everybody hope, doesn't it? All the club players out there watching the best in the business struggle. Just points to a bit of inconsistency, obviously having not played for a while. Also the importance of the match. I'm sure they're both aware of the Coral Cup bonus in the background as well, but that was a very surprising miss, really. Trump was in full flow. He'd won, of course, 6 ranking events this season, a record. Last in Gibraltar. 2 days later, he was supposed to start out in this very event in Llandudno. Of course, it got postponed. And all that momentum has been halted.
Oh, another mistake from Judd Trump. It's a comedy of errors at the moment from the world champion and world number 1. Not something that we used to seeing, particularly over the last couple of years. Definitely not this season. 6 ranking events already to his name.
1,
Nice angle on the pink here for Steve Maguire. He take the cue ball and possibly disturb both reds off this top cushion if he hits it well enough. Unlucky once again. Does this red cut into the centre pocket?
7,
Total points in the match, not much in it. I suppose you'd expect at 4 each. Massively overcut it. Wow.
Stephen Maguire.
Wow. Well, you nearly snookered him on both balls there behind the pink. That would have been some shot. But how did he overcut that red? That's incredible.
1,
I said earlier, there was one with Joe Perry, that it seems in this tournament you either get a century or you get a frame like this full of mistakes. There's no middle ground. That was another strange one. As you say, nearly got away with it, but he did leave the first red on. And Judd Trump looks like he's going to fall over the line in this frame.
7, 8,
If he's in the final on Friday, all that he'll remember will be the frame score, i.e. he gets to 9 first. But he'd be a little concerned, I think, Trump, with some of the errors he's made. Of course, they're less significant, though, if you're not punished.
Yeah, completely agree.
40,
He certainly would like to open this game a bit more.
60,
So he's going to win this first frame, but it's a frame that's been strewn with a lot of errors and mistakes from both players. But he'd be absolutely delighted and relieved to have won it. It can only get better, David.
20.
That's a good thing.
I'm sure it will, and it'll be exciting to the end. Question is, can Trump find that golden form I mentioned that he was displaying all season? If he can, then, you know, he could still sprint away with this. Otherwise, Maguire will do his best to rein him back in.
34.
So, an error-strewn first frame of the evening. It's gone to the world champion, Judd Trump. He edges back in front in the first semi-final of the Tour Championship. He leads Stephen Maguire here in Milton Keynes by 5 frames to 4.